Hello and welcome to drillingcontractor.org. This is Kelly Ainsworth at the 2017 IADC Asset Integrity and Reliability Conference in Houston. I'm with Danny Constantinos, CEO of EM&I, who gave a presentation at the conference earlier today. How are you doing today, Danny?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
What is HITS and what are some of the projects that it's undertaken so far?
HITS is a joint industry project and it involves most of the oil majors, all of the major class societies and a number of other organizations in the oil gas industry. The main projects that it has developed is to look at new technology for avoiding diver intervention, for avoiding putting people in confined spaces, and finally looking at technology that would reduce the need to clean oil tanks from hydrocarbons. Now, a fourth thing that happened almost by mistake was that we decided there was a need to develop hull inspector competency standards, and that work is still ongoing. In fact, the next meeting of the HITS JIP is right here in Houston in October.
And what are some of the cost and safety benefits you've seen through these projects so far?
Well, with the first project, which is to carry out underwater inspections without divers, the cost benefits in total look like better than 50%. And the safety benefits we measure by the number of people on board. The new technology that's being used uses 4 people as opposed to 15 or 16 divers. So there's quite a big benefit in POB and therefore safety.
You adapted technologies from other industries to develop these remote inspection techniques. Can you tell us about some of the technologies that you adapted?
We look at a wide range of industries, but primarily we are keen on the nuclear industry, mainly because the nuclear industry is by definition one that doesn't use people in confined spaces and doesn't expose people to diving type inspections. So consequently, it's one of the main areas we look. But of course, there are other industries. For example, the gas industry has a lot of technology in looking inside of rather smaller spaces and tanks, for example, in pipes. So we go to them as well. And we look to some of the other industries, for example, aerospace, for strategic ways of improving the way we carry out inspections and integrity management in the oil, gas and drilling side.
And what are some cost-effective solutions for the industry's typical pressure systems inspection techniques?
On the pressure system side, the key issues here are knowing exactly where to look. And a lot of the effort expended in our industry is actually looking at the wrong things. For example, we tend to look for damage inside the pipe, whereas by far and away the biggest problem is damage to the outside of the pipe due to environmental conditions, for example, moisture in the air and corrosion under insulation. So the technologies that we have to use tend to go down the way of real-time radiography as one particular one that's being involved, and backscatter computer tomography, which incidentally comes from the medical industry. The real-time radiography technology comes from the airport security technology, where you put your bag down a conveyor belt and it looks inside it rather quickly. And we're doing the same things, trying to improve the speed of the inspection.
And thank you for joining us today, Danny.
It's been a great pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
And thank you for joining us on drillingcontractor.org.